Well, good evening. Good evening, John.
Good evening, Gary. Good evening, everyone.
Anybody else here yet? Can't see anybody yet. There's 4 looking in, but nobody come up on the stream as such yet. But as you can see, we both got headphones on tonight. We're doing a COVID. We can't meet up, obviously.
COVID's got us, I'm afraid.
Good evening to Sonny. She's just popped in.
Hello, Sonny. How are you?
Good morning. Good evening, Margaret Dunley. She's coming as well.
Margaret, how are you?
Shalom is here as well.
Hello, Shalom.
And there's 13 others watching.
That's good. That's good, man. Here we are. That's good.
It's a horrible day and it's horrible weather out there.
Oh, terrible.
And Daniel Woodhouse is in as well. Hi, Daniel. Yeah, this is a show we run every Friday about this time, about 9 o'clock. And John then does ghost stories about 10. Benjamin A3 is in. That's Kyle or Fionn. Good evening.
Kyle, that one is it? Hiya, Kyle, mate. All right. Yeah.
So,
Yes, it's the rain. I tell you what, and the rain's coming even worse tomorrow, guy.
well, it's pouring now.
Yeah, honestly, it's atrocious tomorrow.
Absolutely terrible weather. You're okay, Margaret, you? Well, we got some lovely ghost stories from John.
Oh, you know, I got 3 beer, right? I got 3 tonight. One's a very a small story, and I got 2 others, and we got one Welsh one, but how do I explain this? It's like he's gone to a haunted house on purpose, right? And so he goes to this room, that room, the other room, like that, but it follows him, and honestly, it's that one is quite scary, and also then I've got another 2 that one of them is very good. It's not what you might class as a ghost story, but once you hear it, it's really good, and I think Sonny will enjoy that one. And that one I think would be for Sonny. She's going to enjoy that.
Let's hope so.
I'm still waiting a year. Shalom's one, to tell her the truth. She's got one, and hopefully she'll send it to me this week now, and I'll read it next week.
Yeah, that'd be good. The one that is from Brecon, the one you said that. I think what he's done, he's found some ghost stories online, and he's actually trying to figure them all out. So he's going on from one to the other, you know.
Ah, right, I see.
Good evening, Carrie. How are you? A little bit late, love. 3 minutes late, but we haven't got the whip anymore.
No, she's all right. Not yet. We'll get it.
She's been dancing, see, to Johnny Love Jets 505.
Oh, 505. I got you.
She's tired.
Oh, they enjoy it, man. That's great. I'm glad they enjoy it. So the Mr. I don't fall for that one, guy.
No, I'm not. Good evening, Keisha. Keisha's here as well.
Hiya,
Keisha. How's the weather up there? Yeah.
But we going to have some real bad weather tomorrow now, and hopefully Sunday it'll get a bit better.
Right.
So
in the news, Amazon, we're going to start selling masks for, what do you call it?
Halloween.
I can never remember it. And you are the masks, COVID masks. I mean, how ridiculous can you get, isn't it? Selling masks about COVID. They were 15 quid each, but they were taken off the sales program because they were a little bit insensitive. Well, yeah, bonkers, man. So also Priti Patel, she's got an idea now to put floating walls to stop the migrants coming into the UK. Floating walls. She's nuts, man, that girl.
She have also, right, Priti Patel have also started calling the solicitors for these people not freedom fighters, but something similar, you know, basically really disrespecting them. And she can't, as what she is, she's Home Secretary, is she, something like that?
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And she can't be saying things like this. She seems to be putting her foot in stuff all the time, that woman. She don't. It's as if she don't think before she talks. You know.
I know. And some of the other ideas she had was send them to the Ascension Islands, which is halfway between here and the Falklands. And the other one there was to make some sort of wave machine that would blow the boats back to France. I mean, she is nuts.
Well.
The English Channel's massive, you know. Another one she wanted to do was get some ferry boats, tow them out to sea, and put them on there, you know. But,
disused ones, like.
Yeah, I mean, what they got to do is stop them coming over here from France. That's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. You know, at the end of the day, I've seen pictures there where initially they coming from. Golly, the situation where they coming from is horrific, right?
Yeah.
But I do understand they hit a safe country, and that's where they should be saying. And then the government should be getting together and saying, right, what can you afford to take? And they should be all done diplomatically. But France are not playing game, are they? They are obviously allowing them to come over here.
Yeah.
So it's
all right.
No, you can't blame them people either, I don't think.
No, you can't. I mean, they want a better life, don't they?
Oh, and the life that they've had in Libya and them places is terrible. And Syria.
Yeah.
Oh, you know. But there we are. That's
Right. And then another piece of news: Jeremy Corbyn will not be fined. He had a party of 8 people, and he broke the rule of 6. And he should have been fined, shouldn't he? But obviously he got away with that again, didn't he?
And me and you got to do it, look.
Yeah, no, we got to be good. So there we are.
Well, it's one rule for them and one rule for us.
Yeah, never mind. Let's see what else we got here. Tell who's lost a lot of weight. Susan Boyle. Funny thing. Well, here's I'm not sure if this is the before photo or the after one. Is that before or after she lost weight?
No, that's got to be before, man. She was, got to be before, I think so.
Anyway.
Sure. What's she like now?
I don't know, I can't find that photograph anyway. It's a good one.
So it's half a story again then.
Right then. This one will tickle you now. Some gentleman bought a greenhouse and decided to put it on top of his car and drive it home. And he was doing up to 40 miles an hour with a full greenhouse on his roof rack.
Well,
and that's in the
UK.
I know, and that's in the UK. You can't believe it, can you?
No, that's ridiculous, isn't it, to be fair?
And we had, obviously, had the glass and everything in the boot, and all the frame then was on top. Nuts, man. People are bonkers.
Yeah, you see, honest to God, there's some things I've seen before, right? There's a fella, right? And he must have wanted a scaffolding pole or something, and he was driving it on a motorbike, sitting on it, and he was out each side of it, driving on the road on a motorbike.
But you often see cars with planks coming out through the windows, don't they?
Yes, right. Yeah.
They're nuts, man. Absolute bonkers. I think he got home okay, but the police were filming him, so he probably got arrested, didn't he?
Yeah, probably with dangerous driving, I would have thought.
Yeah, or unsafe load, is it, perhaps?
Yeah. I lived in a greenhouse for 6 months. See, I did.
Do you?
Yeah, I did. Well, my leg didn't grow inch, mate.
Did it?
No, I put it in compost and everything. Sat in the greenhouse for 6 months. Didn't grow an inch, guy.
What about your Jack Thomas? Did he grow as well?
Ooh.
Your Jack Thomas.
Oh, my Jack Thomas. No, but he started to bloom, that's all.
A big flower on top.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you are.
Hey, what about Trump?
Oh,
Hey,
I'm just going to say, Mr. Trump got it. But you see, him as well, he is one of the COVID deniers, see? No, it doesn't exist. He got it now.
His wife?
Yeah. His wife is 50.
Never.
Yeah.
Well, he's 74.
He's what?
74.
I know. In fairness, he looks good for that, doesn't he?
Yeah, fair play.
But his wife is 50. And she looks about 35, I think.
Yeah, well, all the plastic surgery and all that, see, isn't it?
Yes, surgeons are good, see?
Yeah, very well.
I had plastic surgery, see?
Yeah. They couldn't do anything for you, though, can they?
See what? I walked into that one, didn't I? On my ear, man. Instead of cutting the top off it like they would have done years ago, right? They cut like a big V in it, pulled it round, pull the two together, stitched it all up. And the only difference, though, you'd have to look hard, right, to see. It's smaller now than the other year, right?
Yeah.
It's an amazing job. And like, I don't know, 10 years ago, they would have had to have cut like a slice off the top of my ear. So, you notice. But now it's brilliant. You don't notice at all. Like, it's a brilliant job, really.
And you can hear just the same.
What?
Can you hear just the same? Oh, you had me a treat.
Yes, exactly the same.
Good evening, Matthew. Matthew Mitchell.
Hello, Matthew. How are you doing?
So yeah, we're here every Friday and we have a chat for an hour about different topics. And then 10 o'clock, then John has got ghost stories. They're very scary.
We enjoy doing that. Well, we do get some real scary ones. We get some not so scary, but they're all ghost stories, you see, and they're all true, which is, they don't have to be scary. They can be interesting, and they really are, all of them. So as I see on Facebook this week as well, Gary, there's lots of people. I think there's 2 or 3 of our crowd as well. They've either started or done or even completed the Christmas shopping.
Never.
Yes.
Do you know when I do mine?
Christmas
Eve. Yeah, that's the time to do it. Because you aren't gonna fuss around then, right? You're forced into just grabbing any old crap, right? That's what I do. I don't put any thought into it.
No.
Vouchers.
Give me a voucher, but don't go get me nothing nice now for Christmas, right? Just vouchers.
Socks.
And I last week twice long, wasn't
it? Yeah. Or pants. Carrie Hoopers, she's done it all, look.
Yeah, that's what I say, is Carrie, and Fee has started as well. But Carrie's finished hers. I tell you what, Gary, if she's finished, she's already got our present there.
Well, yeah, must be something good, doesn't it?
You are. My wife at this, look, Patsy.
Still there for the post, she said.
What?
She said, you're still there for the post. And Sonny said it's selective urine.
Yeah, there you are.
Thing is, women nag, don't they? They do nag, let's be fair. So you've got to select what you want to acknowledge.
And you know, I have told Gary, right? I've told her, right? There's no need to nag me every 6 months. I will do the job.
Yeah. That's it. Don't keep on, innit? Hey, Sonia has bought some Welsh cakes. Good God. She's only 45 and she hasn't tried Welsh cakes. Dan S is in, look. Good evening, Dan.
Evening, Dan.
He's just flown in.
What do you think, Sonny? Oh, you didn't buy braces now, Sonny, did you? Braces at Welsh Cakes.
Tanny Castle.
I made some, right? Last Sunday, I made some. Oh, and I tell you what, you know, fresh, they beautiful. I made some for friends. Mike doesn't like currants, so I made the first lot for him without anything in, you know. And then, and oh, they were beautiful. Oh. They, you know, just coming off like braces. Or remember last week they were horrible. What make did you buy, Sonny? I hope you didn't buy braces now.
I don't know.
Carrie Ann bought the bake stone ready.
Did she?
Yeah.
And Fionn, I think she got one.
I think Fionn got one. My Jess bought me one for Father's Day, and it's perfect.
Yeah, I got one.
The secret with that is, as you know yourself, right, is to have it on, get it nice and warm, but then a medium heat, and leave it now, get that medium heat, so the stone is the same heat all the way through, and it cooks them beautiful, see?
Yeah.
Ooh. I could do with some now.
And me. Tanny Castle once she had the better ones.
Oh, the better ones. Oh, right, door.
So, yeah, they are much nicer, aren't they?
Yeah.
Tanny Castle.
Oh, if you don't mind now, Gary, look, I could have some, I can have a fisherman's friend, look.
Well, that's the only friends you have got.
Yeah. And I do like the suck on a fisherman's friend, see?
Do you like a suck a fisherman's friend, do you?
Yeah, I got it now, lovely.
All right. I don't know any fishermen, I don't. Or any of their friends. John Bamsey's in.
Hiya, John boy.
Good evening, Mr. Bamsey.
You've lent me 2 books, Gary, right? I'm sort of swapping and changing them. They're great. Also, I need to talk to John because he's got quite an amazing story, and it's not a ghost story again, right? But it's a very coincidental story, right? I'll have to have his permission to tell you, though, right? Because it's an amazing story, like fate. I don't know whether you would call it fate, right? But it's incredible, you know. But I hope, by the way, I hope everything is all right with you, John, and that, you know.
Yeah, let's hope so. Shalom has got a bake stone.
Oh, there we are.
Do you warm them up first, Sonny said?
Yeah, you can do, and I think they taste nicer.
Yeah.
But don't overdo them. Like 30 seconds in the microwave, I would do them, right?
Yeah. And Margaret got 3 bake stones.
Good golly.
She's showing off, isn't she?
Showing off now.
Right. Dan, are Welsh cakes known as something else? No.
No, it's just... Where are you from, Dan?
He's from London.
Oh, all right. No, Dan, it's...
They're not like scones,
what we could do... No, they're not... I don't think they're flat scones, are they?
No,
it's Welsh cakes, that's all. They can either put the recipe up here, or we can put the video up of I can cook a batch if you want, and we can put the video
send them up. Send them up to him.
Yes,
George Bond is in.
Oh, there he is. Look.
Has he got that girl with him now this week? What's her name? Amelia.
Oh, don't start now, guy. We're having a good time now.
Yeah, Dan. What we'll do is if you give us your email address, we'll send you some up.
No, we can't send them through electronic. I need to send his normal address, mate.
There we are. If you send me your address on that email address,
that's better.
Then we'll send you some up in the post. Because once you taste them, you'll love them, and your family will love them as well. So, and anybody else who hasn't tasted them, we might send them up some as well. Oh, Sonny said, do a vid. Can you do a video, John?
Yeah, no worries. I'll get a batch done this weekend. I got all the stuff, yeah?
Yeah, if you do a video.
I like to, go on.
do a video on your phone and then send it to me and I'll put it on you.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
Like to have a word or two now about if people are struggling giving up smoking. A bit of good news. Me and my wife, we have been smoking for years and years and years, and we decided to give up. And we haven't had a cigarette, right, for a month now, right? So what's that? It's 32 days now, I think. And it's going great, right? Me and Patsy got each other to help us, right? But I would always phone this National Health Give Up Smoking thing. It's brilliant. It's really good, you know. So we're doing fantastically well, me and Patsy together, and the money you save is incredible. Again, if anyone needs any help with that, be more than willing to help them, give them the right numbers and whatnot, you know, and put them on the right track, really.
Is that the NHS Wales or is that NHS UK though?
No, it's NHS Wales. Because
right.
the Welsh government are in charge of all this, you know. I think it's just like NHS, you know, simple. If NHS stop smoking, you go through everything in there. But what I meant by help is, you know, if you, the first few days, you do really want a cigarette, like.
Yeah.
So, you know, I could just, you know, text them or phone them, chat to them, things like that, you know, just to get them through that initial and explain what I did to get them. You know, to get through them cravings, and because it's a proper addiction, see that?
Yeah, well, they are drug, and it's sort of a drug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, Dennis, I don't know if you can buy them in England.
No, you won't put us out. Tell him we'll send some up to him, right?
Yeah, send some. Just send your address or a friend's address or whatever. We'll put some in the post. It's not a problem. What's this?
Oh, don't tell her how secrets. Patsy, she's telling us how secrets. They all be up here watching our TV now, Patsy. You know what they like?
Yeah, well, we socially distance. We have to stand outside.
But you see, right? I'm having a TV, and she's having an Uber. Now the thing is, right?
Well,
I prefer the Uber, right? I prefer the Uber really, but she nagged me. See, can I please have an Uber?
That's the first time I've ever known a woman that likes hoovering.
Oh, she's brilliant at it. Fair play to her.
Good God.
Yeah.
Do they come with instructions?
I don't know. I've never seen. I've never looked at them.
No, it is a woman's sort of tool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, saved a lot of money.
Oh, honestly, it's great. No problem, Dan.
You can buy Welsh cakes.
It says buywelshcakes.com. With these spelling mistakes, Gary, you got to look further than the sentence.
All right.
You know? Yeah. You know, if you read everything, you know, not everyone's as perfect as you, like, right then.
Well, I got a spell checker, see.
Aye. Oh, look at that. I've turned off my Netflix. The signal's gone. Look at that. Shalom.
Being cheeky, ain't she?
Remember last week, they were all using my Netflix and all, yeah?
Yeah. And you can't watch it?
No. I did. We did watch, we tried to watch a film earlier, and it was rubbish.
Was it?
Honestly, I can't remember what it's called, right? These people going out in the woods, having like, remember them, like, shooting, and they shoot you with pellets, and then they'd mark you, and then you give up. But then there was some soldiers, and they had some problem, but they had real bullets then, right?
Oh yeah.
But we were like, I think we were 1.5 hours into it, and we hadn't seen a soldier.
Oh.
So I don't know what we turned it off at the end.
But perhaps it was about dogging, is it?
Don't know. Oh, look at him there. Oh, look at him there.
Well,
Oh.
oh, look who's there. Ollie.
Hello. Ollie's there, isn't he?
Ollie. He's a good boy, isn't he? Oh, he's funny, man.
Yeah, he's sitting by his daddy, he is.
Paintball. That's
That's what I was looking for, Pat.
Amelia says hi.
Oh, hello, Amelia. Oh, I hope she don't upset you, though. Oh, yeah. Now then. I got a bit of, I got something by her now, right? It was when we was in Cardiff there, right? How many of you know when you're walking down the street and these people accost you, really, will you give to charity? Now, and most of them say, right, or you give it, if you give £3 a month, we'll be able to get these people water, because they got to walk 4 miles to get their water, and when they get it, it's dirty. So if you give us £3 a month, we'll be able to get them clean water.
Yeah.
First of all, I'd move closer to the water if I was them. Right? Number two, then, yes, all right. But number two, they say £3, so easy. Oh, I haven't got now my banking details with me. I haven't got my. Oh, me and Patsy went to Cardiff. I just felt like I come up to him about the some children.
All right.
No, I look at her. I won't embarrass you now, Pats. But she said, "Will you these children?" No, what she said, I haven't got my banking details. Oh, it's all right. It's only one-off cash thing. And I tell you what, he nagged the life out of her, right? In the end, he, and honestly, she said, I haven't got no change in a thing. And I go, oh, I got change. She had a £20 note, right? In the end, he gave her a £5 change. No, she said, I want 15 change. In the end, right, basically, he not far off, stole it off her. She come back, he gave her another £5. So in the end, she just to get rid of him, go on. So he had £10 off her. Now and I was quite out in front, I was, but so but they shouldn't be allowed to do that, Seeger.
They shouldn't be. They should have a license as well, shouldn't they?
But you don't know, see, but they really nagged her. They really nagged her, but it's not right. I got caught out in Turkey. Somebody come where we go in the villa. Somebody knocked on the door. All the badges and everything. Would you like to give something to the orphanage? And she even opened the wallet and she had like English money in it. Or I'll give you a tenner, and I'm not joking you. Half hour later, it turns out somebody don't give to these people that's coming round mine because they were con, and I've just been conned again.
Yeah, she got Range Rover downstairs.
Yes, man. Oh, it's not right, man.
There's too many con artists around, isn't there?
It is. That is, to me, the same as breaking into somebody's house and stealing.
Good evening, Claire Hughes. Nice of you to join us.
Yeah, we but it is. It's like stealing, and it's not right. Honestly, it's horrible, actually. But
I don't mind giving to the people with the big issue. You know, look at that magazine.
Yeah, and I tell you, there's one gentleman I often give to is we actually know his name now, Pavel, and he's outside Aldi's all the time.
Oh yeah, I know him.
But he helps you, you know. He goes into trolley and he helps you, and he's great, and he's been quite ill actually, lately. Yeah, it's bad heart and that.
He should have a seat for that, shouldn't he?
Huh?
He should have a seat.
Yeah, he should have. But they should give him a job, mind, even if it's like minimum wage, like that, looking after the trolleys or something, and that'd be nice.
Yeah.
But there we are.
Your wife said it's good to give money for dogs as well, and cats. Tell you what, there's a big cats home up in Cummer, and they rescue cats that have been abandoned and thrown out and all that, and they got quite a big charity there.
Yeah. Why would people do that? Or buy something living and then throw it out?
Well, they can't afford it or whatever. They're not quite right in the head.
Well, they can't be, because there's not much to to afford to feed a cat and that, is it?
No, but I can't understand it. You know, the dogs and all that roaming around the streets in all these different countries, and they're starving.
Yeah. But so we what have we? Oh, Dean, man, we haven't seen Dean for a while, have we?
No, he's been hiding. Been on that bike, he have.
Oh, fair play to him. We've seen on Facebook again that we've been putting where he's been going. He's fit young boy, in mind.
Is he?
Ooh, he goes some places, him, aye.
Good God. And the thing is, see, he has got a girlfriend nagging him.
Oh, that's right, aye. He hasn't got a wife, him.
No.
He hasn't got a wife, no.
He'd been engaged about 65 years.
Yeah, 65. Yeah, that's right. And he's been engaged for 65 years, and he'll be 40 next birthday.
Exactly. Double time.
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
Have you asked her yet, then, Dean?
Yeah, have you asked her? You're bound to. You've got to ask her to get married soon.
Don't talk about marriage with Fee in the house, mind.
Oh no, don't say anything.
No,
okay.
Yes. No.
B&M's do a good line of rings. Cheap, don't it?
Yeah.
That's why I got mine.
Did you?
Got it. Yeah, still got it from there. It's brilliant, it is. How's everyone doing?
We're doing all right, man.
Everybody's
We're
okay.
all doing all right. Now, we've been out for a few meals here, there, and everywhere. And we always talk about the nice meals you've had. What's the worst meal you reckon you've had, guy?
Worst one?
Yeah.
Oh, God, let me think. Worst meal? I have had a real bad one, but I can't mention the name.
No, it's a bit awkward now when to mention. I'm not joking, right? It was obviously not this year because it was cancelled. But last year, Elvis weekend, Porthcawl, we went down, and I can't remember the name of the pub anyway, but you can see it on the main road as you coming into Porthcawl from Canary Way, and that main road going down, and the fair's on the left. Well, on that side over there on the right, right, there's a pub there, and we went in, and it's always been good. When we went in this one day, and we had food, where Patsy had his steak, right? And I'm not joking, you wouldn't give it to the dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she complained about it, and the waitress could see how bad it was, right? She took it in, but we could hear what the chef was saying to her. Tell him to bugger off. Tell him this. Tell him what do you want me to do? To massage the cow itself? Is that what you want? They didn't do anything about it. But like we say, we'll never ever go there again. You know, it was horrible. It was horrible. Well, I've had some. Go on.
I can't think of any real bad local restaurants or anything. They're all pretty good, aren't they?
Yeah, good. But what I don't like, see, right, again, is when you go for a steak, right now, or Indians, for instance, all right. If I go for an Indian, I like Mike knows, yeah. If we go for an Indian now, and people always say, if you have an Indian, you can't have a coma because that's being a baby. And again, wait a minute now. You got to have what you enjoy, right? So I like a madras. But if somebody is not going to eat the madras because it's too hot for them, that's a total waste of money, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So but when we go for a steak, however much you think I'm a Philistine,
yeah,
I've got to have it well done. Right? Got to. Because I can't even have pink in it, really, right? And they tell this to them, and they come out all the time, and you open it up, and it's I had a steak last week, right? And I'm sure if there was a vet there, could have revived it.
Good God.
Oh, it was, honest to God, it was oozing with blood. It was rare, and I asked for well done. And so to me, it was a waste of like 30 quid.
Yeah. I love rare.
Yeah, like granted, right? You like rare, but there we are. You know, if you asked for a rare and it came back really well done, you wouldn't like it, do you?
No.
But no, right? But the chefs, for some reason, they will not cook well done one. But that's what I like. You see what I mean? So basically, that's the only thing with. To me, that's a bad meal, because you can't eat. You can't eat it. It might be the finest cut of steak ever, but if you don't like the way they've cooked it, and they look at it, what do you mean it's well done? You can't. Well, yeah, that's what I like. You know, I like it well done.
Yeah.
But there we are. But yeah, you're right. Most of the places around here are quite nice.
Yeah, because they go on word of mouth, see, don't they? They haven't got to advertise, so it saves them money. And all they got to do is have a tidy chef.
That's exactly right. Right, I knew somebody who would have Indian in Taibach, and he worked out when his favorite chef was on, and he'd only go them days to have it, because other times he's been there. Oh, I didn't like that. It's because the chef wasn't working.
Good God.
Yeah, honest to God, I know somebody who done that.
Dan is saying, as hot as possible.
Yeah, you. Oh, I guess.
Tindaloo, is it? Tindaloo.
So I can't. I've never seen a Tindaloo on an Indian restaurant menu. Right, I've heard of it. Same as I've never seen it written down. I've seen a fowl.
Have we tried that?
Look, I did. Right, what happened? The boys nagged me. Oh, have some of this, have some. So in the end, I had a teaspoonful. That's all, a little teaspoonful. And I had it like that, right? Ate it, and it ruined. I couldn't eat it, but it ruined my meal as well. So because I had that little teaspoon of that, it cost me my meal as well. I hated it.
Yeah.
But that's you have what you want. But at the end of the day, yes, you can ask for it. I think you can ask for a fowl, say, right? And you can tell them, could you make it extra spicy, please? But golly, that's got to be hot, that stuff. That's got to be really hot.
I couldn't eat it.
No way. And the thing is, right, you couldn't even eat that. If you're not used to it, you couldn't even eat a half teaspoonful of it.
No.
But I tell you where I find some very nice, and it's a restaurant, right? But they haven't opened. It's only a small place now. Is Diplo's by their laundrette, you know, in by Abbey Road, by there, Talbot Road, Abbey Road.
Yeah.
It's lovely in there. I love it.
Yeah.
But they do it. Everything is packed. You get nice portions. It's really nice, you know. So they still doing takeaways, but they haven't opened their restaurant bit up because it's like a galley, see, isn't it? If you think about it, it's like a long galley, so it would be difficult for social distancing.
Yeah, chicken tikka masala I like. See, that's my favorite.
You know, it's tasty. I tell you what else I like in Indian is it's a tandoori mixed grill.
Oh yeah, I've had one of them. They're nice. Yeah,
lovely, tasty. See, nice and tasty, beautiful.
What's that?
I want first on a lamb tikka.
No, too fatty,
no.
is it?
Yeah, so that when I go there, I ask instead of lamb, I'll have more chicken tikka, like, you know.
Yeah. What's that other one you mentioned last week? You were talking to me. Some other Indian dish. I can't remember. Oh God! See, you've got a worse memory than I have. I don't know. You were saying some other dish. It wasn't
a pasanda.
That's the one. Pasanda.
It's like a coconutty bit one. That is like my wife has that a lot, but then she asks it to spice it up a little bit because it's very mild. But she has it Dan Scott. And so they can do things like that. Mind you know what you like the taste of a korma, but wanted a bit spicier, you just ask them and they put a bit of spice in it for you.
Right.
I wasn't aware of that, mind.
Bombay
Yes,
Spice.
it is, Bombay Spice is quite nice as well. He's right. I've had that there a few times.
Yeah, I've never heard of a Pasanda.
It's like a coconutty one. It is. It's I don't really like it, but if it's going in there.
Yeah, is it chicken or what? Or is it vegetables or?
You can have what you want, but it's chicken patsias. But you can have. I would imagine you can have lamb, prawn, or vegetable. I would have thought.
Yeah.
I don't know, mind.
See, my favourite is a kebab, doner kebab, but they're not really good. Not very good for you.
No, I know you will see it in the morning, and then when it's all white and congealed in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah, and your hands smell, don't they?
Yeah.
I love them. See, they're not very good for you at all. But I think one kebab is about 2,500 calories.
Is it?
Yeah, which is a day's meal for a man. You know, it's terrible.
Well, just have one of them in the night, man.
Yeah, one of them in every night. Imagine the size of me.
Chicken taka, I haven't heard of that one, Johnny. What's that then?
Chicken tikka, I think he meant.
No, chicken taka. What's that then, Johnny?
Never heard of it.
Right.
Never heard of it, chicken tikka. It's bound to be a joke, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know, Johnny. Might be now.
Yeah, bound to be a joke. Something will come out of it now again.
You know.
So when is this COVID going to go away? Do you think it'll be gone by Christmas?
It's my opinion only. I think it's this wave has barely started because in the winter months, right, people congregate more subconsciously because it's colder. And honest to God, I think it's this is the start of it. I think.
Oh, hold on. It's like tikka, only a little hotter.
Good boy, Johnny.
I knew it was a joke.
Yeah. Oh, see, you got to have a love jet joke halfway through the show. Bloody great.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, see, it's great to have the say.
Terrible jokes. So how is George Bond? How was he doing with his show? He's got 75 subscribers.
Have you?
Yeah. It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I did have a little look last week, I think. But I couldn't find him during the week. But yes, I did have a little look. George, lying on his bed he was.
Was he doing what?
He didn't have a top on.
Oh, never.
No, I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Don't go any further. X-rated.
Oh, no. Yes, you did right.
Yes, we're all okay. Everybody's fine. And we got some more different shows coming up, John, soon.
Yeah, we're
working on something special.
We are indeed. And my brother-in-law was due to come down this weekend with the UFO stories and that. And his book, as it happened, coincidentally, his book is published this week, and he was going to come down, but the blinking COVID stopped him again because he lives in Devon, see, and he's 69, and so there was no chance of him coming down here anyway. Because for a start, he couldn't come in to Port Talbot, but yeah, so we've had to cancel it for a further date. He does want to come down to chat to us. His book looks very interesting.
Perhaps he can come on and share the screen with us.
Yeah, that would be a good idea. I'll get onto that idea next week now and see if he'll come on for a bit. I don't know how long for.
Yeah.
As long as everybody's happy with that, he can.
Yeah, we can have 10 people on here, not just the two of us. So you can invite another 5 if you want to.
Yeah.
But, so how is everybody? John's getting ready for his ghost stories, like he's settling down.
Yeah, settling down.
Now I think I've got the intro that we had before with the. I'll just play the intro quickly. Make sure it's working. There we are. Yeah, it is working. Just making sure.
It's a good intro at this, guy.
Yeah, it's what it was when the computer lost the virus. Had it. The guy who took the virus off. He managed to save a lot of stuff. I haven't got it all, but I got quite a bit now. Just going through the files, you know. So we'll be on pretty soon. So I can't believe that Corbyn got away with the fine.
Well, also, Boris Johnson's father got away with a fine too. He went into a shop, no mask on. He came out. He was asked about it. He said he didn't even know you had to wear a mask in the shop. And his son is the Prime Minister.
He's bonkers, isn't he?
Well, they all are, I think, mate. They were all bonkers.
And that lady then was an MP. That she had COVID, and she went on a train back to Scotland
with a positive test.
Yeah,
you can't make it up. At the end of the day, I'm sure she could have had a car driven her back up there through expenses. But no, I know we'll have it.
They paid enough, see?
Of course, yeah, but they probably put that down to expensive anyway.
But she's had to resign now.
I've never understood its expenses, right? At the end of the day, the normal working man can't claim for expenses to go back and forth to work, right? He can't claim for his lunch, his dinners, but the MPs can. How was that then?
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Hi, Elizabeth Lewis. She's in the house.
I'm not distracting you, Gary, mate.
No, there's
right.
Elizabeth Lewis. That's all. She just came in to say hi, and looks like Patsy knows her.
Yeah, she's our best friends, Elizabeth.
Oh, there we are.
See?
So you have got,
yeah, I got a few.
You have got friends. So did they taste the Welsh cakes you made?
They are the ones that I sent the Welsh cakes down to.
So,
and in return, Elizabeth done me a Sunday cooked dinner, and let me tell you something now. It's the best Sunday dinner you would ever have. It is absolutely stunning.
Good gosh. Where's she living? She living close?
Town by town.
Oh, right. We have to, when the COVID's gone out, we'll all pile up there.
Oh, it'd be great, man. She'll only have her and her husband, 3 kids and 8 partners, and 8 grandchildren, right? So that'd be great. And then all us as well.
Good God, yeah. Make a bigger party of it.
There's plenty of room over there.
So there we are. So put it down in the diary, John.
Yes, no problem at all. So Liz, you'll have to buy you more saucepans, Lib.
Yes. So can you cook a dinner then, John?
I'm not too bad at all, guy. Do you know what, right? I know I say myself what I can do and that. My mother, I was the second youngest, but my mother used to have me to do help her with the cooking all the time. So I could do a full cooked dinner for everyone when I was 14. I could do and I could do the cakes. I could make cakes. I could, do. I don't think there's much stuff I can't do. I'm not very good, mind, of cooking, like you say, rare steaks, because I don't know how long to leave them for the people who like rare or blue or medium rare or medium. I'm not very good at that,
Yeah.
With my brother, Ronnie, from Glasgow.
Good evening, Ronnie.
from sunny Glasgow.
I think Shillong can cook as well, apparently.
Yeah, it's good.
What's your wife like? Can she cook as well?
Yeah, my wife's a good cook. Although, I like to do it, see, so I do the majority of it. But Patsy says to people she's not, but she is. She's a very good cook, Patsy is, actually.
Oh, there we are. Every time I come around your house, you've got some chips cooking.
You've got to have chips, man. That's one of them 5 a day, see. They vegetables, isn't it?
Yeah, but it makes me starving then. I've got to come home and cook my own chips. See?
So, one of them 5 a day. So, if you have 5 portions of chips, one for breakfast, dinner, tea, supper, and then a little extra, that's you 5 a day sorted.
Fine. Yeah, it's a good way of doing it.
Yeah.
And then eating chocolate and all that stuff, see, innit?
You've got, well, you have that for after, see.
That's in the 6 a day.
No, we do a lot of like Italian food, like bolognese and meatballs and things like that. Like, and then I enjoy making pies and pasties and things.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do like quite a lot of stuff. My pasties are lovely, mind, I will say.
Can you do a Cornish pasty?
Yes, man.
Oh. What about, have you tried a Cornish pasty with butternut squash in it?
That's what I tell you something. I've never tried squash, and I've never tried sweet potato.
Yeah, try it making a pasty, but put butternut squash in it. Stunning. Oh, oh yeah, really nice. I make them about a foot long, and they're stunning. Well, I think they're stunning.
Yeah.
I'm like a beached whale, man. Oh.
I tell you what I'm going to do next week now. Fee done it this week. I'm going to do a nice bowl of stew, live stew. On Monday now, I'm going to do a nice big pot of stew.
Cowl, is it?
Well, they call it cowl, but it's stew, it is, isn't it?
Yeah. And you put in beef or lamb?
Now, I'm not sure yet. If I do lamb, I put lentils in with it to thicken it up. And if I do beef, it's just like a beef stew, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's lovely. So I do with 2 pots because Patsy's not a lover of potatoes and that. So then I'll split just before the potatoes are due to go in. See, I split them up a bit, and then I put the potatoes in one for everybody else, and Patsy can have that one. Lovely.
Oh, lovely, man. Yeah, can't beat stew on a freezing cold day.
That's exactly right. Do you know what? No, my daughter reckons I drink gravy, but it's Bovril. See, you know the Bovril. Put it in a cup, out a bit of pepper in it, right? And you're outside. When it's freezing cold and you're drinking that, it's lovely.
It is lovely.
But she says gravy. She says, "Oh, I don't like that." She said, "You can't be doing that. It's disgusting."
With a bit of pepper on top.
Yes, but I tell you what, but I used to do a lot of fishing, right, years ago. And some days, the best days for fishing in the winter are the really freezing cold days, right? And we calm because the bass need the wind for the waves to come up, and that's in the summer, right? So you need it flat calm, but freezing cold, right? And then you put get soup in like a flask, right? But you put chili powder in it. And honest to God, right? It is absolutely beautiful. And obviously, it's got a bit of it's got a bit of a bite to it, like.
Yeah.
You got to do that before you taste it, see, yeah. But it's beautiful.
Yeah, but what if you need to go to the toilet after?
Aye.
But where are you gonna go?
What? Where are you going to go?
Yeah.
Well, you go over there when you are. There's plenty of water around you.
Oh, I wouldn't fancy that. I've never been one for fishing. See, if I gotta have a pastime, it's gotta be near a toilet.
You've never been one for pissing?
Fishing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Right. Yeah, you So you're not like an outdoorsy person then?
Well, outdoors,
So
as long as there's a toilet near.
So you wouldn't go like walking in the middle of the woods like for 2 days and no, because you'd have to have a number 2, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
And you
Comfort.
wouldn't do that. Yeah.
No, comfort. What else was I going to say? So, where would you go fishing then? Morva Beach.
Yeah, Morva's one of the 2 best beaches, really, are right on our doorstep. We got Morva over there, and Aberavon's great for fishing, believe it or not.
Is it?
Yeah. But the Old Bay itself has been fished out a lot by the trawlers. But you see the difference in Ireland is the very best place I've been in. Cork, right? It's absolutely amazing out there. The amount of species, but they got it right. See, they don't let the trawlers in, and I think you're allowed to take 3 fish home with you. You know, that kind of thing. That's all you need, isn't it? That's all you need. But and then we used to go then to the south coast of England. So you get the odd fish round here, right? You'd never get loads round here unless you fish with a mackerel. But some good old days. Some good days. I've been out there before, like fishing for 8 hours, and you haven't caught nothing. But you still have a good time with your friends and having a chat, like.
Yeah, my mate used to have a trawler in Porthcawl, and him and his mates used to go out all around Porthcawl. You know, they check these doors or something they called. They check them overboard.
Oh, right.
They pull the net open.
Yeah.
And then they pull it back in a winch, but they didn't use to catch much.
But what I don't like about that, well, I've seen it been done before, right? Is that they are chucking loads and loads of dead fish back in the sea because because they're not wanted then, you know? Obviously the fish don't know you've got quarters, and you might be close to a quarter of whiting, let's say, and the next trawler, the net you bring up is full of whiting. You've got to chuck all that back in, and they're all dead.
Yeah. Patsy just asked the photograph for your rod.
Oh, see now. Right, I'll tell you. Right, me and Patsy was in bed this one day, and she was looking at her phone over there, right, and I was going through the photos, see? And I would just go, oh, he said, look at that photo. That is absolutely beautiful. And she's by the side of me now thinking, oh, that's one of me and John, that is. Or the grandchildren, or, or the children. But I hope that's me and John. I'll have a little look now. So she has a look, and there's a photo of my rod on a tripod just out to the sea. It was a lovely photo, though, see that?
Yeah.
But she did take a bit of umbrage with that one.
Why is that then?
I'm not sure. But yes, it was a lovely photo, mind.
Yeah. See, women don't find the same happiness as men.
No, they were.
We like to look at our tools and say that's a lovely tool.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that's right. Look at her. And what does she do? She goes out the front to trim her bush.
Exactly. But sometimes she gotta use our tools to do it.
Yeah. Can you sharpen it, please? I want to trim my bush.
Exactly. Well, I can't go any further on that subject. It's time for ghost stories.
It is time for ghost stories. Right then.
Hold on, let me prepare now.
Okay, you sort that out. Right, I want to do these in a specific order tonight. Yes. Right. Right, good evening, everyone. It's time for the ghost stories tonight. I hope you're sitting comfortably, and I'll begin. This first one is just called Spirits. I knew we were living with spirits. I just didn't know how many. I was brought up in a home that acknowledged the existence of non-living creatures, and I have been surrounded by such my entire life. Being touched, seeing apparitions, and hearing disembodied voices was commonplace. I thought perhaps when I left my childhood home, the occurrences would end. Boy, I was wrong. Through the years, I've come to realize that spirits can follow you to other locales. And a few followed me when I married and moved into a home with my new husband. With each move, my ever-present spirits followed me. Well, they never frightened me. They were more like a comfort blanket. And you knew that they would always be there. The incident I'm sharing with you today happened about 15 years ago. I was alone in the house baking cakes as an after-school snack for my teenage daughters. I was bending over to take the baking sheet out of the oven when I felt a hand on each cheek of my derriere, and then a shove. I stumbled and caught myself on the stovetop. I wasn't hurt, but I was very, very angry. I turned round and yelled at whoever had pushed me, and I told them it wasn't funnier than I could have been hurt. And please understand, the spirit's intention was not to hurt me. It was just playing with me. You see, the spirit was that of a young child wanting my attention. He would often open doors, touch me, and call my name so that I would acknowledge him. And I say he, not because I know this to be a fact. It's just a sense that I had. This was the first time he had ever done anything that could have caused me an injury. Well, you're probably asking yourself, how did she know it was a child? Well, I knew because of the clues he inadvertently left. Child-sized handprints on the windows. My name called out by a childlike voice. Occasional glimpses of a small entity. Well, I would estimate his age to have only been about 5 years old. And some might say it might have been a demon, disguising himself as a child. That can happen. But I don't think so, because the demon living in my house didn't pretend to be anything other than herself. But that story is for another day, and I will, I promise, write that about my demon. So that was a story about a playful ghost. Now this one isn't really about a ghost at all. Just a strange story. Now if you bear with me, it will explain itself. And this one's called Christian's Post. So it's not so much of a paranormal thing, but a strange story. My mum had passed away when she was 53 and I was 17. It was 1998. My mum's name was Jenny and she had flaming red hair. Now we fast forward to 2007. My twin brother and I were 26. I got a phone call on my way to work from my sister to say I've got to come down to the family home. When I got there, I was told my twin brother had been taken to hospital and his organs were shutting down. We were told to expect the worst. He had machines all around him that were keeping him alive. And he had a group of nurses looking after him that we, as a family, knew them all by name given his circumstances. But the day before he passed, my older brother and I were sitting beside him. We heard some crying behind us, so we turned to see who it was. It was a nurse with flaming red hair. We asked her, was she okay? And she just kept crying and saying, he's so young, such a young man. We thanked her for her compassion. We asked the nurse her name, as we have never seen her before, and we knew our brother's medical team. She just turned to us and said, "My name is Jenny," and she turned and walked away. We never seen her again, even when we went up to thank my twins' team of nurses for their care. My brother passed the next day at the age of 26, on a Friday the 13th. It wasn't until after a month or so that my brother and I thought of that nurse coming in hours before my brother died. It was a bit strange. What do you lot think? Now, this story is quite a local story. It's from Brecon up that way. It's called the Skirrid Mountain Inn. So I'll just read what is on these papers. Dating back 900 years to the Norman era, the inn has seen countless brutal deaths. It was home to a courtroom presided by an evil judge who would send everyone who came before him to be hanged. That's more than 180 criminals. I decided to visit this establishment and stay a night to see if it was as bad as people made out. I left home in Brecon and made my way to the inn. I'd phoned and booked myself in for the night. It was pouring down as I left home and drove through a storm, arriving 40 minutes later. Legend had it that Owain Glyndwr used it as a base for the Welsh revolt against Henry IV of England, when he would rally the troops before raiding nearby settlements. Many wounded soldiers would return there after battle, and some succumbing to their wounds. It was bleak on my arrival, and I went to the bar area to meet the innkeeper for a chat before being shown my room. What a great place to spend a night of your own, when the thought of turning the light off in your own home is enough to get your pulse rating. Heading back downstairs, you don't get the impression of a pub filled with hauntings. The roaring Tudor fireplace burns strong, locals clink glasses, and the food is delicious. For a time, I had almost forgot where I was, in one of the most haunted places in Wales. It just felt homely. But this beautiful inn takes on a whole new atmosphere when the lights turn off and the patrons leave. A chill came over me, as if something had walked through me, and the hairs on the back of my head stood up. I started to feel dizzy and told the innkeeper I would go to bed now, also feeling a bit sick. I went upstairs, and my room was cold, not warm like it was when I left. There was a feeling something was in that room with me. I sat on the edge of my bed and thought, it's all in my head. I got my tablet out. But the internet kept dropping in and out, and my phone, which had never let me down before, would not connect to the internet. I thought it must be the thick stone walls of the listed graded building. I'd been strategically placed in room 2, the room with the most paranormal activity, at the mercy of the ghost of 35-year-old worker Fanny Price. Fanny died of consumption in the 18th century, and she obviously loved the inn so much that she decided never to leave. I switched the lights off and tried to make contact with her, informing her that I was here for a chat, despite knowing full well that she would have no idea who I was. My mind was running wild. I couldn't decide if the knocks I was hearing was Fanny communicating, was it the old building creaking, or my imagination getting the better of me. I moved swiftly on to room number 3. Stumbling down the creaky stairs into the room, my chest instantly tightened and my breathing got heavier. Was this the hangman taunting me, or was I just falling into the inn's history and creating problems for myself? Probably the latter, but the room itself gave me the shits by now, and I was petrified. The history of room 1 is especially interesting. The bathroom used to be a prison cell, and visitors have had a variety of paranormal experiences in the room, ranging from cold snaps to alleged attempted murders. There is no doubting that the room itself has an eerie feel to it. As strange as it is to say, the door opens especially easily compared to the others, almost as if you're being welcomed into the room. The bathroom is set over 2 levels, with stairs down to the bath, toilet and sink. But I couldn't bring myself to venture any further. Almost instantly, I was overcome with chills. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up, and the room went ice cold. As the coldness intensified and the breeze started to blow, I didn't care if it was in my head or the history of the Skirrid was toying with me. I got out of there as quickly as I possibly could. I went back to my room, gathered my stuff, and left the inn very quickly. But as I approached my car, I could see a man with a tall hat in the reflection of my car window. I turned round, and he was gone. Hell, I got in the car and locked the doors. I was in full panic mode now and sped down the road. It was raining, and I seen an old man. He was coming for a lift. So I slowed down, and I waited for him to walk to the car. I looked in my mirrors. I couldn't see him. And then there he was, sitting next to me. I hadn't opened the doors. They'd been locked. He looked at me and said something, not in English or Welsh, and started to drive away when he smacked the dash with his hand, which made me jump. I said, okay, get out of here now, out. He got out, and as I drove off, I looked in the mirror, and he was gone. Oh, he was a ghost. My speed increased, and I got back home to Brecon. Then all hell broke loose. There were chills coming over me, and I could hear a chain rattle in my garage where the car was. I said to myself, don't go out there, and I ran upstairs and locked my bedroom. Then I could hear footsteps coming up the stairs. Oh, don't let it be that old man coming for revenge. The handle on my door went up and down a few times, but this time I was the other side of the bedroom, shitting myself. I shouted, go away, please leave me alone. Then absolutely nothing. And believe it or not, I went to bed and slept. In the morning, there was no sign of any chains or anything, and my home felt safe again. And to this day, everything was calm, and everything went back to normal. Now, these ghosts, the last ghost story especially, right? People say that they have this experience and they go back to bed and they go to sleep. Well, you think to yourself, oh, I would never do that. But I've been taking ghost stories, right, myself. I've been reading them to you now for quite a few weeks. And there's loads of people that have said that, whether they're nice ghosts or scary ghosts or just noises. They always just seem to want to go to bed and sleep. Now, I believe that it's just that. If you anything with paranormal, you do get a sense that you do want to sleep after. And thankfully, when this guy woke up, everything was normal again. Anyway, what do you think of them, Gary?
Well, the last one is scary. That's just as scary as the thing, I think. On parallel, you know.
When I read that earlier, I thought, the first bit, I was like, all right, like I was trying to explain earlier, that it was just a bit boring of somebody explaining what, like, Markham Park or there, but to have that experience and it following you home and everything.
Oh,
but why did he stop for that man after what happened in that building? Why did he stop for that man for?
Perhaps he felt, I don't know, some compassion. It's raining.
Yeah. Well.
I wouldn't have stopped though.
I would have felt compassion. With my pants, I would have felt that. My God.
Yeah, well, I'd be gone. I wouldn't stop.
No, me. Away. Thank you very much.
Phew.
All right, so that's that for another week.
There we are. So I hope everybody enjoyed. And, Hillbilly Sherlock.
Hello, Hillbilly. I'd like you to read the Telltale Lilac Bush, a collection of V.W. ghost stories. Yeah, thing is, right, have you got, when you read a book like that, right, if it's somebody's book, have you got to be careful of copyright?
No, read out.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, totally. It's in the public domain now, see?
Oh, right, I see. Right, I got you. Right, I do get it. And you can play instruments to somebody's tune, but you can't have that actual act playing it. Right, I see what you're saying. Right, yeah. Oh, yeah, we'll have a look at that, Hillbilly.
Yeah.
But,
how is it over there, Hillbilly? How is it calming down over there now? Because there's a lot of fighting over there and people carrying guns around the streets in America. I don't know what it's like now. I'll have to have a look at that story. Anyway, it's time for us to go. I'm sorry to say, everybody.
So we'll stay safe, everybody.
We'll be back here next week at the same time. So have a lovely weekend, and we'll see you next week. And maybe a show in between, you never know. Yes. Good night for me.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye now.